Depression. Depression is more than feeling sad for a few days. It is a mental disorder that can make a person feel empty, hopeless, or disconnected from things they once enjoyed. People with depression often struggle with low energy, poor concentration, changes in sleep, and a loss of motivation. It can develop after difficult life events, but sometimes it appears without a clear reason. Depression affects millions of people around the world and can make even simple daily tasks feel overwhelming. A person with depression may find it difficult to get out of bed, complete schoolwork, or spend time with friends. Activities that once brought happiness can begin to feel meaningless. Many people wrongly assume that depression is simply a sign of weakness or a negative attitude, but it is a real medical condition involving changes in the brain and emotional health. Treatment often includes therapy, lifestyle changes, support from loved ones, and sometimes medication. Anxiety. Anxiety is a feeling of intense worry or fear that does not go away easily. While everyone feels nervous from time to time, anxiety disorders cause these feelings to become much stronger and more frequent. A person may constantly expect something bad to happen, even when there is no real danger. Physical symptoms can include a racing heart, sweating, restlessness, and trouble sleeping. Anxiety is one of the most common mental health conditions and can affect people of all ages. For example, someone with anxiety might spend hours worrying about an exam, a conversation, or a future event long before it happens. The worry can become so powerful that it interferes with daily life. Anxiety disorders have existed throughout human history, although they were understood differently in the past. Today, treatment often includes therapy, stress management techniques, and in some cases, medication. Many people learn effective ways to manage their symptoms and live healthy lives. ADHD. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, commonly known as ADHD, affects the way a person focuses, manages impulses, and controls attention. Someone with ADHD may find it difficult to stay organized, finish tasks, or sit still for long periods. It usually begins in childhood, although many people continue to experience symptoms as adults. ADHD is not caused by laziness or a lack of intelligence. It is a neurological condition that changes how the brain processes attention and self-control. A student with ADHD might understand a lesson perfectly, but still struggle to stay focused during class. Others may interrupt conversations, forget important tasks, or become distracted by things happening around them. Some people mainly experience inattentiveness, while others show more hyperactive behavior. Modern research has helped improve understanding of ADHD, and many people with the condition develop successful careers, talents, and strengths when given the right support. OCD. Obsessive-Compulsive disorder involves unwanted thoughts and repetitive behaviors. The unwanted thoughts, called obsessions, can create intense anxiety. To reduce that anxiety, a person may perform certain actions repeatedly, such as excessive hand-washing, checking locks, or counting objects. Most people have habits and routines, but OCD goes much further and can interfere with daily life. The person often understands that the behavior is excessive, but feels unable to stop. The disorder is frequently misunderstood. People sometimes describe themselves as a little OCD simply because they like things neat and organized. In reality, OCD can be extremely distressing and time-consuming. Someone may spend hours each day performing rituals to relieve anxiety. Researchers believe a combination of genetic, biological, and environmental factors may contribute to its development. Therapy and specialized treatment approaches can help many people reduce symptoms. Autism. Autism, or autism spectrum disorder, is a developmental condition that affects communication, behavior, and social interaction. People with autism experience the world in different ways and may have unique strengths and challenges. Some prefer routines and may become uncomfortable when those routines change. Others may develop deep interests in specific topics. Autism is not an illness that someone catches or develops later in life. It is a different way of experiencing and processing the world. Because autism exists on a spectrum, no two autistic people are exactly alike. Some may require significant support in daily life, while others live independently and excel in areas such as science, art, technology, or mathematics. Public understanding of autism has grown greatly over the last few decades. Many experts now focus not only on challenges, but also on recognizing the abilities, perspectives, and contributions of autistic individuals. PTSD. Post-traumatic stress disorder can develop after a person experiences or witnesses a traumatic event. This might include war, violence, serious accidents, natural disasters, or other frightening experiences. People with PTSD may have flashbacks, nightmares, or strong emotional reactions that make the event feel as if it is happening again. Although the danger has passed, the brain continues to respond as though a threat is still present. This can have a major impact on everyday life and relationships. The condition became widely recognized after wars when many soldiers returned home struggling with emotional trauma. Today, it is known that PTSD can affect anyone, including children. A person may avoid places, people, or situations that remind them of the traumatic event. Loud sounds or unexpected situations can trigger strong reactions. With proper treatment and support, many people gradually learn to cope with their experiences and regain a sense of safety. Eating disorders. Eating disorders are mental health conditions that affect a person's relationship with food, body image, and eating habits. Some people severely restrict what they eat, while others may eat large amounts of food and then try to compensate through unhealthy behaviors. These disorders are not simply about food or appearance. They often involve emotional struggles, low self-esteem, and a need for control. Without treatment, eating disorders can cause serious physical and mental health problems. Social pressure, unrealistic beauty standards, and personal challenges can all play a role, although the causes are usually complex. Eating disorders affect people of different ages, genders, and backgrounds. They can sometimes be difficult to recognize because individuals may hide their symptoms. Early treatment is important because these conditions can become dangerous if left untreated. Recovery often involves medical care, therapy, and long-term support. Bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder causes extreme changes in mood, energy, and activity levels. A person may experience periods of depression followed by periods of unusually elevated mood, known as mania or hypomania. During these high periods, they may feel unusually energetic, confident, or impulsive. The shifts can vary in intensity and duration from person to person. Bipolar disorder has been recognized for centuries and remains one of the most misunderstood mental health conditions. During manic episodes, some individuals may sleep very little while feeling full of energy. They may take risks, make impulsive decisions, or feel unusually powerful. These periods can be followed by deep depression. Because of these dramatic shifts, bipolar disorder can affect work, education, finances, and relationships. Treatment often includes medication, therapy, and learning strategies to recognize mood changes before they become severe. Social anxiety. Social anxiety is an intense fear of being judged, embarrassed, or negatively evaluated by others. Everyday situations such as speaking in class, meeting new people, or attending gatherings can feel extremely stressful. The fear often goes far beyond normal shyness and can lead people to avoid social situations altogether. Over time, this avoidance can affect education, careers, friendships, and overall quality of life. Someone with social anxiety may spend days worrying about a presentation or replay conversations in their mind afterward. Even simple interactions can feel exhausting because of the constant fear of making mistakes. Despite these challenges, many people with social anxiety want friendships and social connections. Through therapy, practice, and support, they can gradually build confidence and become more comfortable in social situations. Schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is a serious mental disorder that affects how a person thinks, feels, and perceives reality. Some people may experience hallucinations, such as hearing voices that are not there, while others may develop false beliefs known as delusions. Thinking and communication can also become disorganized. Despite common stereotypes, most people with schizophrenia are not violent. With proper treatment and support, many are able to manage symptoms and lead meaningful lives. The disorder usually appears in late adolescence or early adulthood. Scientists are still studying its exact causes, but genetics and brain development appear to play important roles. Schizophrenia has often been misunderstood throughout history, leading to stigma and fear. Modern treatment has greatly improved outcomes for many people. With medication, therapy, and community support, individuals with schizophrenia can pursue education, careers, relationships, and personal goals.